What up, guys? Happy hump day. Welcome to Dear Cheekies. Today, it feels like a wonderful day to answer questions because I'm glad it does, because this is what Dear Cheekies is all about. So we're just gonna hop right into it and start with our first listener, Roxanne. Let's see what she has to say.
Hi, Cheekies. I just wanted to drop in and leave you a question. I am a big follower of yours from reality TV, your music, your podcasts, and now watching your docu-series. I love it. I love that it's raw, real, and your vibe has always just been so uplifting, and you're just like the big sister I never had. But my question for you today is Emilio's tattoo, the Dolores tattoo. What is the meaning behind it? Is it a coincidence? Because I know that's your mother's legal name. Tell me about it. How do you feel about it? Is it like a sign that your mother left imprinted on him? Let me know.
I love that question, Roxanne. I love it. Well, first of all, thank you so much for supporting all that I do. It means the world to me. You have no idea. And in regards to your question, yes, when I saw it on his chest, I was like, okay, who is this? Hopefully it's one of your family members and not an ex-girlfriend. And thank goodness it was not an ex-girlfriend. It's actually his grandmother, who I absolutely love. I love his grandma. We call her Ama, and her name is Dolores. We call her Lola. But it's crazy because, yes, that was my mom's first name. She very much disliked the name, but it was her name. So when I saw it on him, I said, oh my gosh, this is so crazy. I don't know. I did take it as a sign. I know my mom would absolutely love Emilio. Those are things that I'm like, damn, I wish she was here. She would love him. She would love him so much. But yes, I did take it as a sign. And yes, thank goodness it wasn't an ex-girlfriend. So I'd be like, cover it up. No, I'm just kidding. But it's his grandma. So yes, that's the answer. So thank you so much for asking, Miss Roxanne. I appreciate that. Okay, cool. Let's move on to the next listener, and it's from an anonymous listener. Okay, let's see.
Hi, Cheekies. So I want to keep this post anonymous only because I have people that listen to your podcast. I'm going to try and make this short because my last recording was too long. But anyways, I have a partner. We've been together for 4 years. We have a daughter together. I have 3 kids from a previous marriage. He moved to Minnesota from California, and he has 3 kids in California himself. He wants to move to California. I want to move to California, but the only thing that's stopping me from wanting to move of 100% is my 3 kids. I don't want to take them from a stable home here in Minnesota, a stable support system, all that good things that they have here, to go to California with nothing and be living in a it's so expensive out there. You can't find nothing nice, nothing decent if you're not making good money, and that really scares me. What do you think I should do? Do you think I should make the move? Do you think I should risk it? I want to move. I just don't want to put them in a predicament where my kids are just not going to be happy over there.
Ooh, okay. This one's a toughie. Okay, first of all, you don't have peace with the decision, because if you had peace and you knew this is what I want to do, you wouldn't be asking me. So that to me is already a sign, an indication that you're obviously not sure. And when you don't have peace with the decision, then in my opinion, it's best not to make a decision and just stay where you are. In my heart, as I was hearing you, I thought, if this was my sister, I would definitely tell her, don't move. California, I love California. I love it. It's a beautiful state. We have the mountains, the beach, the desert. It's amazing. The weather's great. But girl, it is very expensive. And if you don't have a job lined up, if you don't want to leave Minnesota without your children, that's not an option, then don't. I'm assuming your children are still very young. I think that you should just stay and do what's best for your kids right now, because they need you, especially if they're young, they still need you. And I know me moving as much as I did when we were little, it really does affect you. It does. So that's important. I mean, if it was within the same state, but it's a whole other state. It's just, I feel like a lot. I don't know if this will be a deal breaker with your man, but I think that if you guys can compromise and say, hey, let's just wait a few more years, and really just line things up and get all your ducks in a row out here in California, then maybe. And then he has kids in California, so I get it. Okay, now I get it. Sorry, I was remembering the other part of your question. So yes, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. He has kids out here. Just ask him for a few more years. Yeah. Maybe his kids can move to Minnesota. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm stuck on that one. But go with what your heart is telling you. He wants to come for his children and you want to stay for your children. Maybe you guys can make it work. Try it. But if I were you, I wouldn't move. There. Boom. Done. I love you. Okay, sending you a big hug. All right, we're going to move on to the next question. The next question comes from Juliet.
Hello, Miss Queen Bee. I'm from Texas. I admire you, and I think you're a beautiful woman with a beautiful soul. I was wondering, do you have any tips for first home buyers? And that's it.
Oh, Juliet, very nice, short and sweet and to the point. I love it. Thank you so much for those beautiful words. And the good thing is you live in Texas. So in Texas, you get more bang for your buck. So that's great. For first-time buyers, I would just make sure that you get the right loan for yourself. Get yourself a very good real estate agent that knows what they're doing and a good loan officer, someone that's going to tell you everything and all the options that you have, because as a first-time buyer, there are a lot of programs and you don't have to put down 20%. I believe it's like 3%, 5%, something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but make sure you do your research and make sure you find someone that will answer all of your questions, because of course I'm not a real estate agent or a loan broker or loan officer, but you definitely have a lot of options because you are a first-time buyer. And definitely make sure that you have your down payment. Save some money, good $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, would be great. And again, in Texas, there's a lot of great options. The properties out there you get a lot for your money. So that's a great thing. Hopefully that helps. And thank you for your question, Juliet. Okay, last question comes from Tina.
I want your advice on a personal topic. A year ago, I was 1 month in of being newlywed. My sister and her baby daddy were very addicted to drugs. They have 5 children. They both got incarcerated. We took in the 5 children so that they wouldn't go to state. She got out 3 months after. He is still incarcerated. He will be out soon. Throughout this time, when she got out, I told her I will take care of the kids for a few months until you can get back on your feet, get yourself a job, take your kids back in. She has not even tried. I'm starting to have problems with my husband because it's emotionally, physically, mentally, financially, it's draining. It's 5 children. We went from just him and I, just 1 month recently married, to having 5 children in the household. So it takes a toll. So what do you advise? I've tried to communicate with her to have her get her children back. It's been a year and she's still like wishy-washy. She's not in her children's life. She doesn't look for them. So I don't know what else to do.
Oh my gosh, Tina. I'm so sorry to hear that about your sister. Because I can't even understand why a mom wouldn't look for her children. Hopefully she's not back on drugs, I'm hoping. And I'm sorry to hear that it's causing issues in your relationship. I think what you're doing is a beautiful thing, first of all, taking in children that aren't yours. For love for them and love for your sister, of course. So I think that's a beautiful thing. I can understand how difficult it may be in every aspect of your life, like you mentioned. I would maybe look into to help you a little financially. Like there's, the government can help with a lot of things, and definitely maybe become like a foster parent. I believe that can, I mean, I don't know the details. I'm just saying, as I was listening to your question, I thought about that. I was like, what if you become like a foster parent? Like you can get some support from the state, you know? So I'm hoping that helps a little bit. But then again, like I get it. It's 5 kids. I think in reality, like these kids need you. I don't know. These questions today are so tough, guys, because I'm like, damn, it's like I want to give you the best advice, but then I put myself in your shoes and I know it's difficult, but I just know that what you're doing is amazing and you're going to make a huge difference in these children's lives. They're going to appreciate it so much. And I know right now it's very heavy, but just know that is just, wow. Like la verdad que te admiro mucho, I admire you, and I'm hoping that things get better. Just look into programs, look into like, there's a lot of help. You just have to like really research and find it to help you financially, to get some support. Can your family help you? Anyone else that maybe you guys can like, you know, help with the kids? I don't know. And hopefully your sister's okay, man. Hopefully she's okay. Okay, so we have Roxanne, an anonymous listener, Juliet, and Tina. I hope that I was able to help. These questions kind of got me today because it's like I want to give you guys the best advice, and it's like I want to think, oh, this is what I would do, but I know it's a lot easier said than done. So hopefully I was able to help you and give you some advice and give you some peace of mind. And thank you guys for listening and watching. And if you have a question, please feel free to leave it at speakpipe.com/cheekiesandchill podcast. This is Dear Cheekies, and we love you and we appreciate you. See you on the next one. This is a production of iHeartRadio and My Cultura Podcast Network. Follow us on Instagram at My Cultura Podcasts and follow me, Cheekies, that's CHIQUIS. For more podcasts from iHeart, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your favorite shows.